Welcome back to my channel. Today, we explore the value of specific coins, the most valuable Washington quarter, coins value in market in dollar. So let's get started. First up, the 1981 Washington quarter with a D mint mark. You might be curious whether it's just ordinary pocket change or something that could be worth more in today's market. At first glance, this coin looks like any other quarter, featuring the familiar portrait of George Washington on the front and the eagle design on the reverse. It was minted in Denver, which is why you'll see the small D mint mark on the obverse side. While millions of these coins were produced, their value depends heavily on condition, rarity, and collector demand. The 1981 D Washington quarter is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, meaning it does not contain any silver. This is important because silver coins tend to carry intrinsic value based on metal content, while clad coins rely almost entirely on their condition and collectability. In 1981, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins, making them very common in circulation. Because of this high mintage, most examples that you come across today are not considered to be rare. When we talk about a coin being in very fine condition, we are referring to a grade where the coin has clearly been in circulation but still retains noticeable detail. On a very fine 1981 D quarter, you can still see Washington's hair details, although they may be worn down in certain areas. The eagle on the reverse will also show some wear, but the overall design remains clear and recognizable. This level of condition is better than heavily worn coins, but it is still not high enough to be considered especially valuable in most cases. In today's market, a 1981 D Washington quarter in very fine condition is usually worth only slightly more than its face value. Most of these coins sell for around 25 to 30 cents, depending on their exact appearance and demand at the time. This means that even if your coin is in decent shape, it is unlikely to be worth it. Next up, the 1988 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, a coin that many people have seen, but very few have truly examined. This coin was minted in Philadelphia, which is what the small P on the front of the coin represents. By 1988, quarters were no longer made from silver like older coins. Instead, they were produced using a copper core with a nickel outer layer. Because of this, the coin doesn't carry any extra value from its metal content. Its worth depends mainly on its condition and whether it has any unique or rare features. When we talk about a coin being in very fine condition, it means the coin has been in circulation but still holds strong detail. You can clearly see the design elements, including the hair details on the portrait and the feathers on the eagle on the back. There will be some wear, especially on the highest points of the design, but overall the coin still looks sharp and well-defined. Now comes the important question. How much is a 1988 P quarter in very fine condition actually worth today? The honest answer is that in most cases, it is still worth just 25 cents. This is because millions of these coins were produced, making them very common. Even coins that look nice and well preserved are usually easy to find, so collectors don't pay much extra for them unless they are in exceptional condition. However, that doesn't mean every 1988 P quarter is ordinary. Coins that are in uncirculated condition, meaning they have never been used in everyday transactions, can be worth more. These coins still have their original shine and show no signs of wear. Depending on how perfect they are, they can sell for a few dollars, or sometimes even higher.
Next up, the 1970 Washington quarter with a D mint mark. You might be surprised to learn that this ordinary-looking coin can still attract attention from collectors, even though millions were made. At first glance, it may seem like just another piece of pocket change, but understanding its background and condition can help you determine whether it has any extra value beyond its face value. The 1970 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, which is what the small D mark on the coin represents. During that year, over 400 million quarters were produced, making it one of the more common coins in the Washington quarter series. Because of this high mintage, these coins are still easy to find today in old collections, coin jars, and sometimes even in circulation. The design features George Washington on the front and an eagle with spread wings on the back, a classic design that remained in use for many years before the introduction of newer styles. When it comes to value, the condition of the coin plays the most important role. A 1970D Washington quarter in good condition usually shows clear signs of wear. The details in Washington's hair are worn down, the lettering may not be very sharp, and the overall surface may have scratches or dullness from years of use. In this condition, the coin is generally worth only its face value, which is 25 cents. In some cases, it might sell for slightly more, perhaps around 30 to 50 cents, but this small increase is not very significant. Coins in slightly better condition, such as fine or very fine, may have a bit more detail visible. You might still see some definition in the hair and the eagle's feathers, but there will still be noticeable wear. These coins can sometimes be worth a little more, possibly up to $1, depending on how well they've been preserved. However, because so many were produced, even these better conditioned coins are not considered rare. The real increase in value begins when you find a coin in uncirculated condition. These coins were never used in everyday transactions and have remained in much better shape. They often have a bright appearance with original mint luster and very sharp details. A 1970D Washington quarter in uncirculated condition can be worth